Right, to the Kiwi Lads channel, we are back for day 2 of the Cape Town Sevens. This one, Spain versus Samoa, to determine who will make their way through to the 9th place playoff. Now, they are on pitch 2, which means there is pretty much no build-up. They are straight into the action, and the Samoans, they are now in possession. Their starting lineup, although they are only 1 metre from their own line, a little bit rough for the start of this contest. Certainly what you can't say about their performance up against New Zealand when they did play them yesterday. For the starting lineup, it is Paul Iti Slater, Valvasa Afasua, also Motu Opitai, Senio Tavita, BJ Lima, Alufipo, and Nauli Vaya. The Spanish, though, in possession, 45 metres out from the Samoan line, and the penalty does go the way of Spain. Juan Ramos running to the mark. We have there. Good evening, Hamish says Manus. Welcome in. Hope you are doing extremely well. I should mention the quarterfinals of the women's side of the draw has also taken place. Fijiana playing France currently in what is a very close game. Only 2 points splitting them in that contest. Now it looks like NATO getting set for this line out alongside Juan Ramos. Man, it will be absolutely crucial for them in this contest because Samoa, they'll be trying to back up what they did yesterday up against New Zealand. They did start a little bit rough, losing their first game by quite a margin. And then alongside that, losing that second game to Canada by around 26 was not what they were after. And this is not the start that they're after in this contest. It is the try to Spain. That's not a good start. Eduardo Lopez, the man who has scored his second try in Cape Town. Did you get your 8 hours of sleep? And nowhere near. I would say like 3 hours max. I managed in between everything that was happening. So, yeah, the head's throbbing a little bit, but she'll be right. We've only got another 10 hours or so to go of the Sevens. We over there, morning Amish, says Ryan, welcome in. We are doing extremely well once again. Hope you are excited for the quarterfinals, which are just around the corner. Eduardo Lopez scoring the first try of the match for the Spanish. The kick is also successful, so that will make the score now 7 points to 0. Now, because it is on pitch 2, the scoreboard may be a little bit slow. As you can see, it's now just starting to fire up. Eduardo Lopez, second all-time try scorer for Spain. Paul Pla in first place, while Juan Ramos manages to get the conversion over. Now, nicely slapped back. A little bit shaky from both sides. It's actually going to be the knock-on from Spain first, and then knock-on from Samoa, which does mean we've got the Samoan scrum. Managing to beat the New Zealanders, like I mentioned yesterday, which was something that Canada were also able to do, but New Zealand making their way through to the next stage of the competition, as Samoa did not know that they had to try and win that game by more than a 7-point margin. So kicking that ball out, I didn't think there would be a second field for the Cape Town Sevens, says Manus. It's a little way away, like I'd say about 500 metres from the Cape Town Sevens field, but because of how many games that they're trying to fit into just the 2 days, it means that they do have some overlaps. So yeah, field number 2 does get utilised a little bit. So while this game's taking place, there is a women's quarterfinal at Cape Town Stadium. But Samoa now in possession with Nauli Vai. He's got back up to his feet. Eduardo Lopez able to shut him down though. Now Lima plays half. Going across to Alufipo. Nice stepping from the youngster, Senio. And now the space starting to open up. Valvasa Afasua goes on the outside. This is Samoa's best chance at the half. Motu Opitai winning the foot race up against La Forga going down the wing. He's managed to stop him, and his foot was in touch. Brilliant defence and great hustle from the Spanish here. 4 minutes into the contest, they are still leading by those 7 points. But Alejandro La Forga putting everything into that chase, was concentrating right on that last-ditch tackle, and just gets his foot into touch. And morning from a sunny mile, Cape Town, Amish up. And Adam again, boom, says Roof. And good evening, guys, says Simran. Welcome in, hope you're doing well. La Forga has started this match extremely well for the Spanish. And now looking to attack again from inside of their 22. Nice pass out wide. Samoa's defence has been a little bit shaky throughout this Cape Town Sevens competition. It's made it extremely hard for them to have close games when they have been conceding so often. Big run forward from, I believe, that is going to be Sans Trapaga. And the penalty goes the way of Spain again. Player off his feet. In this case, it was Motu Opitai. Be a little bit frustrated after not quite getting it right. out wide, but Saint Trapaga, a very hard man to put down. Now Juan Ramos going to be kicking this one for the touchline. So this is a 9th place playoff game, ladies and gents, which does mean the winner of this game have another game at around midnight New Zealand time. The loser of this game, they are actually in action again, and that is going to be in a matchup up against the loser of Great Britain versus USA. And the winner of this contest gets the winner of that game. I hope you're doing well, Hamish. Says Simran. I'll be honest, the eyes are a bit heavy, but oh, what a run that is. We will be all right. 10 hours or so, and then we get to find our bed. But Nouli Vai, great run forward. Losing the footing there from Saint Trapaga. Quick hands from Samoa. Beautiful pickup from the youngster, and he's gone straight through there. Taitai Fono Saneo Tavita does score the try between the sticks, and Samoa back into it. It's 10 p.m. in South Africa. Who's playing rugby right now? Says Ryan. Or 10 a.m. says Ryan. So currently, of course, we've got this game, and then also Fiji versus France in the women's game have been going. And at the moment, France are leading 12 points to 10 with 4 minutes remaining. So we'll keep you updated on what is happening in that contest. But the Fijiana women's side, they would love to be able to cause that upset over the French. And what shock is yesterday, love the Irish and the Fiji wins. Have a super day, folks. Says Roof and Samoa need to find their mojo again. Spain might surprise. It's way too early, says Ryan. Although with, oh, wow, that's something you don't see every day. 5 metres out from the line, went for the drop kick, hit the crossbar of the post, and it comes back and smacks the guy in the chest who took the kick. That's something you don't normally see, and I don't think we'll see again for a very long time. Do you know that today is the first T20 game between South Africa and India? I actually did not know that, I'll be honest. I have been really bad at keeping up with when cricket games are taking place, mainly because these Sevens schedules are always absolutely brutal in terms of the amount of games back to back to back. That is a knock-on from Samoa on the halfway line, not how they want to end this first half. Still 9 seconds remaining. So Spain will have one last attacking chance. Good evening, Hamish. Morning here in Durban. I'm ready for a great day of Sevens. From the great commentator, Hummus, says it was there from Brian. Okay, AJ Jacobs, the local referee, just making sure there was enough time to have one last scrum, which there is. Juan Ramos looking to create some attacking threat here for the Samoan defence. Haven't seen too much of Jamie Manteca yet. And, well, you're doing a good job, Hamish, with a smiley face. Bronson, rather, thank you very much. Now, having to go backwards there, Spain, to start creating the opportunity to go forward. And here we go, down the wing. Manteca gets it this time. Paul Pla onto the field. He is one of those players that do not really stop scoring tries in his 7 circuits. Up to about 85, I think he was. Now, beautiful run from Saint Trapaga. Got the pass across. Spain only 15 metres out, just looking for that last pass. Not quite able to find it for Eduardo Lopez. Now the bounce pass out wide. Still one more man, and they've gone just short of the try line. Now back across. Saint Trapaga uses his size. He'll be in for another try. And Spain have now got themselves another one. They will go into the halftime break with at least a 7-point lead, maybe even a 9. If the conversion is good, come on, Samoa, let's go. Says Ruben, come on, Rugby Rockers around the world. Hit that like button, people. Can you lads rock this game? Says Ruth in there as well. But the final play of the half, and Juan Ramos got the short ball to Saint Trapaga, who's just winning the physicality battle out there on the field. I don't know what accent I just have for battle. That's a beautiful kick. Has gone over 14 points to 5 at half time. Samoa are looking like a side that are going to lose 3 from 4 in the early stages of the Cape Town, but the only win that they've had was up against New Zealand, who, depending on how they start today and how they finish today, could lift a Cape Town trophy. So it's a really strange scenario, but so far 2 visits to the opposition, 22 for Samoa, just the 1 try. Of course, Motu Opitai not able to cross that try line. 1 error from Samoa. They haven't really done too much wrong on attack. It's just the defence that they've allowed Spain to get through twice. I've got to get to work in an hour. Geez, I'm going to try, keep tuned in later, says a roof. So I believe the final is at 7:23 p.m. South African time. And that is for the men's side of things. The 3rd place playoff game, I think, is at around 5:30 South African time. I could be wrong there though, but I know that we've probably got another about 11 more streams today. Somewhere around there, I think. But now, second half just about to get underway. Missed tackles 5 from Samoa, only making the 7. Although saying that, Spain have missed 6, making the 8 tackles. So their numbers not that great either, but Samoa just scoring that 1 try throughout that first half. They're going to need a massive second 7 or else Brian Lima, their coach, is probably going to snap half the team in 2 because he will not be happy. He got the nickname the chiropractor for a reason. As your next live stream, the first quarterfinal with the men's between Argentina and Canada, it certainly is. So that one will be starting at around 9:35 p.m. New Zealand time. And before that, we will also be scheduling this next game in terms of who Samoa are playing. Oh, no, we can't because we don't know who they'll be playing. Never mind, I take that back. We have to do that after the quarterfinals. Sorry, message got cut off. I should have said commentary from the great Hamish. A bit colder here in Durban, drinking coffee and watching. Says Brian there, loose ball. Spain have knocked that one on. Now it's given Samoa a chance to get back into the contest. That's something that they have done well, though. Their kickoffs, keeping that pressure on. Motu Opitai managing to jump as high as a man who's been lifted in that case. Work on a Sunday, says Ryan there. I always say someone's got to work on a Sunday, so Ruth's doing the hard yards. I was just working out whether or not it was still Sunday, and yes, it is. I'll be honest, Sevens really disorientates you in terms of what day it is. And also what time. Like sometimes you'll be streaming and then all of a sudden you look at the clock and it's 4 a.m. and you're like, where'd that go? I thought it was like the afternoon. I need orange juice. Come on, Samoa, get moving. Says Ruth. Currently they have got the ball available in the breakdown. Vavasa Afasua slings it back across. A lot of pressure in the midfield. Neo Tavita passes out wide. Alofipo now for the corner. Has he got the pace? He certainly does. Manteca tried to catch him, but Samoa will score their second try. A much better start to the second half here for Manu Samoa. It will be the third try of 2023 for Alofipo. I work weekends because it's busier for me, says Ruth. And there as well. Nice bit of work from Alofipo out wide. Got the pass from Nuulivaya. And it's a little bit interesting because Samoa, I don't believe, made too many changes at halftime. Their coach pretty much said, you guys are the ones who got you into this mess. Let's see if you can get yourselves out of it. Big kick from the sideline does not go over. And that means that the score will remain at 10 points to 14 in favour of Spain. Now, this is for a spot playing either the USA or playing Great Britain. Either way, though, whoever wins this game, I believe, would come into that contest as an underdog. So they will have to be on the A game. Who's going to continue that momentum, though? That's a big question. Be kicked off now by the Samoans. Going nice and high again and just travelling the 10, trying to slap that ball back. It's a partial knock on there from Samoa. Spain have managed to regather. Now Juan Ramos going across to this left-hand side. Manteca gets the ball on the outside to La Furga, who has had a very good contest so far, including that last-ditch tackle that he made on Motu Opitai to save a try. Now they've still got the advantage. I believe this time it is for offside. Nice attack and run here from Spain, though. Will be taken down about 30 metres out, and that is going to be a penalty for not rolling away in the breakdown against Valvasa Apasua. Now going off to this left-hand side, Spain in the midfield. Juan Ramos got the pass away to Paul Pla. Last-ditch tackle was made successfully by the Samoans, but they are backtracking, and Spain are right on the verge of a try. La Forga has received that pass and will score another try for Spain. At least you can get your 10 hours plus sleep in tomorrow morning, says Manus. That is true, unless, of course, I am working, which hopefully won't be the case. But if I am, I might mow the lawn. It's getting a bit long. I might give that a go. Although, of course, it would depend on whether or not I am fully awake. Because, fun fact, shouldn't operate a lawnmower if you are half asleep. Just doesn't seem safe, does it? Are New Zealand going to make it, says Ruth? It's a good question. I mean, they've got their game up against Ireland. Ireland have never defeated New Zealand in sevens, but I feel like if there was ever an opportunity, I say it every time, but it is now. They just beat South Africa, side that were able to beat New Zealand. Ireland have got some really nice momentum going, a great group of players. I assume they'll go with a similar lineup to what they had in their last contest, which will involve having Terry Kennedy come off the bench alongside Mark Roach to add that real late impact, kind of be able to seal the deal for Ireland. But 9 points difference between these two sides. One more try would seal the deal for Spain. A try from Samoa would get them back into it. This one going to be kicked off now high. And contest the ball, nicely taken by Masifao, and it's actually going to be the penalty for taking the man out in the air. He has taken the quick tap, trying to keep the momentum flowing for the Samoans. Manu Samoa work again Monday and Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. That's going to be called as a maul, which means the ball has not come out and it will be a Spanish scrum now. It's crazy to see how much it changes in 1 year, because we've got to remember Samoa are the defending Cape Town champions, and now it seems like they will be playing off for 11th. Now, we saw Australia last year actually draw that same kind of straw. They were playing off, I believe, for 10th place last year. Whereas in this contest, they are actually in the quarterfinals. They've got South Africa, which would be a massive win if they're able to cause the upset up against the host nation, who haven't won in Cape Town for quite some time for the gold. Now to the right-hand side, Laforga, he's been having fun today. Almost able to go straight through the Samoan defence. Juan Ramos firing it back across the pole player. How's Australia doing? They're through to the quarterfinals. They've got their game up against South Africa just around the corner. Kicked him behind, nicely cleaned up by Samoa. A lot of pressure on Oliveira. It is available. A little bit hesitant there to kick that one, or at least to pass that one, was Levi Milford. It's managed to Samoa try. Don't come on Hamish. Hamish is kicking commentary. Says Ruth. 5 metres out. Oliveira. Bounce pass, not the nicest, but it's actually ended up working probably better than it would have had it not been a bounce pass. That is the beauty of sevens as well. Sometimes the worst passing can actually lead to the best opportunities. Now, big run forward for Oliveira. In fact, it's Fafui Falaniko. Now he's got a minute to try and run down the field. He will be caught. Brilliant work from the Spanish defence, although they haven't been able to stop him yet. Ball on the inside. Samoa need to score this between the posts, and they will do just that. 50 seconds remaining, and the Samoans are back into the contest. And Latia's got the happy emoji there. Now, Latia, I think I did jinx them for the Samoans for their campaign once again, so I do apologise for that, because every time I try and say they'll do well, they don't, unfortunately, but they're coming right here. So hopefully that isn't a sentence that's just jinxed them. When we do another Premier League live stream, I see Manchester United lost 3-0 to Bournemouth yesterday. That is not ideal for Man United. It might be a little while, I'll be honest, just because with the schedule-wise, it's going to be very tricky. Beautiful Samoa smashing through. Come on. Oh, no, it's a runaway for Spain. Juan Ramos claims it. He's looking for the corner, and he's got the ball down. That will be the win for the Spanish here. A big upset. Samoa now, I jinxed them again. They managed to claim it. Juan Ramos stepping around Saneo Tavita. And then from there, just had enough pace. Wasn't rushing either. He really knew that he was going to be strong enough. He got his head driven into the turf in the finish. But Juan Ramos manages to score it. That is going to give Samoa another defeat in Cape Town. So they will be going on to play off against the loser of USA versus Great Britain. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. I shouldn't have jumped on to watch, says Latia. To be fair, they were a little bit rough before you came on too. So, it's not your fault. It's probably more mine for saying that they might win. Good on you, Spain, says Elon. Yes, Spain, a very good side on the Seventh Circuit. And to be honest, they'll be a little bit disappointed that they've finished as low as they have. Like, even with a 9th place finish possible for them, I feel like they would have liked to be that little bit further up. So they'll certainly want to cause an upset up against either the USA or up against Great Britain. But nonetheless, the next live stream that we have got, ladies and gentlemen, I will quickly tell you exactly what time it is starting. It is going to be the quarterfinal match between Argentina and Canada. That will be starting in 20 minutes' time. So be sure to check that out. After that, Ireland versus New Zealand, Australia versus South Africa, and then Fiji versus France to close out the quarterfinals. Now we've got a little bit of a confirmation that at 11:44 we will get to see Samoa taking on the loser of Great Britain versus Fiji. That's not the match. Fiji not playing. USA versus Great Britain. Thanks again, and again, Kiwiland jinx us real, or the jinx is real. Says Latia, although I said that New Zealand would beat them, and they beat New Zealand, so I kind of helped them in that game, which is nice. And Samoa came from behind. Says Orion, and thanks so much. Says Ruben, thanks so much for keeping my weekend lively. Says Amira, no worries at all. So still few games around the corner, ladies and gents, for the quarterfinals, so be sure to stick around for that. That'll be in about 20 minutes' time, like I mentioned, between Argentina and the Canadians. But thank you all very much for being here, and I will see you all for the next one.